Welcome back, guys. My name is Max, and today we're going to do another video on Louis Tomlinson. So if you're new here, I'm a communication skills coach, and that's what I do. I react to different people's presentations, interviews, and conversations. If that's your thing, I'd love you to subscribe to this channel, like this video. I'm going to be putting out a ton more content reacting to a whole bunch of different people's interviews, conversations, and presentations. So Louis Tomlinson, I watched a video on Louis for the first time a couple weeks ago. I thought he was just a real sort of chilled out guy who was super relatable. Really looking forward to diving into this and letting you know my thoughts. Let's get started.
Without further ado, for the first time ever on Build Series, ladies and gentlemen, Louis Tomlinson.
Louis, there he is. There he is.
Right next to you.
Here I am, yeah.
We're in good company this evening, afternoon.
How's everyone doing all right? Good, good.
Right off the bat, way more energy coming from Louis. I can sense it already. The interview that I watched before, one of the things I mentioned was he was super laid back. Here, it already seems like a different vibe.
I mean, truly, man, you know how hard that is.
Yeah, man, it's definitely hard, and it took me, a good year, 18 months. What are you laughing at? My accent, yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Anyway, if I could speak, if that's all right, love. Yeah.
Right away, man, right away. He's getting super playful, super sarcastic. I love that. I love seeing that. And he looks real comfortable here, actually. And he looks quite excited to be here, too. It seems like he's excited to be around his fans.
I think I just thought that I was going to carry on writing for other people, but not necessarily for myself. And then, like I'm sure a lot of people in this situation, I did a bit of writing. I liked some of the songs I was writing. I thought, yeah, I might as well have a crack with this. Who's got the phone on? Get that on silent, love.
He really likes to, what's the word the Brits use? He likes to take the piss. He really does play with his fans, and he kind of treats them like he would treat his friends, it seems like.
I'm only joking. You shit yourself there. I think it's quite evident, even in my performance or even in situations like this, that I just feel a lot more comfortable with what I'm doing now. And that to a certain degree was me chasing radio, and kind of making something that was safe and that I thought was going to fit onto radio. And in the end, I just thought, if I'm going to do this, and it takes up a lot of my time, obviously, I need to do something I really love. So I feel good about that now.
The way he's delivering his message just feels very real, feels honest. It's cool to see that side of Louis as well. I'm liking him even more watching this interview, and it's also just interesting watching his demeanor and watching him interact with this interviewer. It seems like he wants people to feel like he's their friend. He wants people to feel comfortable around him. I think that seems like it's part of Louis' charm.
Please.
Am I going to get a round of applause every time? Yeah, I like that.
He acknowledges the little things that his fans do. If a fan says something, he'll acknowledge it. He's very engaging and aware of his surroundings, of his audience. He wants to let people know that he's there with them.
Who's been? You lot been? No. Oh, right, okay. Sure.
A sign of someone who's a good performer or a good conversationalist is someone who is aware of their surroundings and is interactive and engaging with the people who surround them.
It's been really fun for me to kind of show the fans exactly what I like listening to. And there's people who've come up to me and said, I've never heard of this song before, or this artist before, and, it's on your playlist and it's cool or whatever. And yeah, it's proper cool for me, you know what I mean? Educating.
I think that's probably one of the reasons that make him so engaging is the fact that he just speaks in a really conversational way. He's not putting on an act, it doesn't seem. It seems like he's really just talking to this guy and talking to his audience, just like he talked to his friends or his family. And just his demeanor, I mentioned before how he's just sort of chilling. He's not really uptight. He seems loose.
I'm not sure about unique to me. I'm always trying to be as conversational as possible. Someone like...
What did I just say? As conversational as possible.
What was so special about it that you included it on the album?
It was just on the first listen. I mean, every now and then, more at the start, less now because I think they've learned from it. But I'd often get sent through management or label different songs, and normally I like to be in the room. You know what I mean? I obviously like to have Right, honestly. Any more laughing? Any more laughing?
Love it. Louis doing great. It's like he really wants to make his fans happy and engaged and feel engaged. It's almost like, okay, I'm getting a little serious here, and I want to make sure that they still feel part of this conversation.
You know you'll get kicked out if you carry on.
Oh, we have people behind us.
Final warning.
What song took you the longest? Can you tell us about that song to just finish to write?
It's probably this song. We made it.
Really? Why?
I wrote this song about 2.5 years ago, maybe even longer now. Have you not been listening to any interviews today? I've said this about 20 times already.
I wonder if people kind of, at first, not knowing Louis, I wonder if they kind of get offended by him. He just said something there. He's just like, what, have you not listened to the other 20 interviews that I did? My sense is maybe he's actually being a little truthful there and he is a little annoyed or fed up, but I'm leaning toward him actually just kind of being playful and sarcastic. So I wonder if people do sort of get thrown off by his sarcasm.
The experience that we went through was, you know, unique. And the only people who can, on your own, the only people who can relate to that is, you know, each of us. So I think we'll always have that love and respect for each other. And in the same way, you know, we used to wind each other up in the band, and used to get on each other's nerves if one of us was tired or whatever. So I think definitely like brothers.
A sign of a good conversationalist is someone who's really like present in the conversation. It's not his job to do this, but Louis certainly doing his part in making the interviewer feel comfortable.
I once seen some fans talking online saying, it's easy to be a Niall fan, isn't it? And it is. Just no drama, lovely lad, you know what I mean? Never gets himself in trouble, like, yeah, it's easy, it's a good life.
Yeah.
That's what Niall seems like. Doesn't seem like he gets really rattled by much, seems super comfortable in his own skin. So it's interesting to hear Louis talk about Niall in that way. And Louis definitely got different sides to him. I still do believe that he's a laid-back guy, just by the way he carries himself. And it seems like he really just does like to have a good time. Clearly has a serious side too.
There's a lot to think about, and I felt like the quality suffered a little bit. So I think, depending on the situation.
All right, cool. Let's kick it to Twitter right now.
I've been enjoying watching this sort of interaction with Louis. I think the biggest thing that stood out for me today watching this is seeing his interaction with his fans and seeing how important his fans are to him. Doesn't want to feel superior to anyone, wants people to feel comfortable around him. And I really do think that is a big part of his charm. I'm actually really curious to see how Louis performs on stage because, again, it's like, to me, he just seems like he'd be one of my buddies. Everyone in the comments talking about his sass. I was able to see a little bit of his sass, especially in the way that he interacted with his fans. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Guys, I really appreciate your comments so much. I really appreciate all the subscribers. It's really motivating for me to see that. So please continue to let me know who you'd like me to react to, which videos you'd like me to react to. I'm gonna keep putting these out. Thanks again. I'm Max. We'll catch you soon. Peace.